morning. How are you? Hope you're okay. Today I'm doing a walk from Richmond today. I had planned to sort of head down the Dale and walk up Dodfell, but when I looked at the weather forecast it was sort of like heavy mist up there, and I think there's quite nice views from Dodfell, or walking up Dodfell, so I didn't want to miss those. So I decided to do something a bit more local to me. So I am doing a nice walk around Hudswell Woods at the moment. I think I'm going to head up to Downholme and have a look at the views from the tops there, because I think there's a bit of snow on some of the hills still. I'm just having a nice sort of rambly day today. So it's quite nice. Weather's quite nice down here. It's gorgeous down in the woods. It's a Saturday, but you tend to get a few people about Hudswell, but it's not too busy actually. But yeah, it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I do have some amazing news. Yesterday when I was walking around the river, around the Swale, I saw something I never thought I would see. I saw an otter. I cannot believe it. That was like I was just sort of walking around the Easby Abbey loop, which is a loop that I posted on my channel, so it's on there. Well, I was walking around there and quietly by myself, nobody around really, because it was a Friday afternoon and it was a bit sort of grim and unpleasant. And then an otter just ran across the riverbank, ducked under some tree roots, just a few feet away from me as I was walking down the path. Oh God, I just stood still and I almost burst into tears. I've never seen an otter out in the wild before. I mean, I've lived in Richmond for a few years and I walk that path all the time, and that's the first time I've seen an otter. My partner saw an otter a few years ago on that stretch of river, and I think there's been a couple of other people who have mentioned they've recently seen otters. But yeah, it's amazing to see otters back in this area. It's just fabulous. I mean, they're quite elusive, so it's hard to find them, hard to spot them. But yeah, it was incredible. And the week before, I saw a barn owl up at the racecourse at Richmond as well. That's the first time I've seen a barn owl out, like in the wild as well. My partner sees them all the time because he goes out taking photographs like at 5 o'clock in the morning and stuff like that, doing trail cams and things like that. I don't do 5 o'clock in the morning, but I do 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and this barn owl was sat on a dry stone wall, and yeah, it was just incredible. We get them in the field behind our house, and you can hear them sometimes at night. So I know they're there, but I've just never actually seen one just flying around. Well, it was just sat on a wall and then it flew off in daylight. So yeah, so I do feel quite blessed at the moment. So I don't know what I'm going to come across next, but it's just marvellous to see this wildlife just returning to their natural habitats before, you know, they were their natural habitats before we came along and messed everything up. So it is quite marvellous. So yeah, gorgeous walk so far. Anyway, I'll stop nattering on and I'll get on with it. Still a little bit of snow around, and I think you can see over there, there's a bit over there on the hills as well. It's kind of a nice mist over the woods over there as well. It's gorgeous. So I've just come out of Hudswell Woods and I've just walked through Hudswell village, and now I'm just following the road across to Downholme. But you can see there's a fair bit of snow on the tops here. It's quite lovely. Weather's quite nice. I've got a bit sweaty walking through the woods and up the steps, so I had to take my jacket off. I've just passed a head teacher that I used to work for, walking his dogs. I don't think he even remembers me. He says it all, doesn't it? But yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous up here. Beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to carry on, get a bit further up, and we'll take a look at the views from there. So it is a bit of a long road of this. You just sort of follow this road over to Downholme. Yeah, it's quite peaceful though. You just get a few people driving over, occasional cyclist as well. A couple of runners I've seen. So, but no, it's quite peaceful. Just lots of sheep about. A very nice gentleman just stopped and asked me if I wanted to lift over. Thought that was quite kind. It's funny, isn't it? If I was in like a town or a city, I'd probably think that was incredibly creepy and weird. But however, here in the Yorkshire Dales in North Yorkshire, it's just generally someone being kind. It's funny how the rules change. Yeah. It's funny how being a lone female walking around by herself in this landscape, I always feel very safe. I don't think I've ever felt that I was at risk. And yeah, again, it's a different matter, isn't it, in quite busy towns and cities. So yeah. It's absolutely gorgeous up here today, and I can see loads of snow on the hills as well. So yeah, it'd be nice to get up and take a closer look. So this is MOD land up here. So yeah, you can't really stray off this this road very much. They do a lot of training up there. You can hear them shooting and tanks and all sorts going on. Make a hell of a racket sometimes. So yeah, so not the best place to be wandering around over there amongst the rifle ranges. But there is like a viewing area up here as well, which I'm heading for, where I can sit and have my lunch. I'm getting pretty hungry now, so yeah, I'm looking forward to getting to there. So I made it to my lunch spot. And look at the views. The views are amazing. Absolutely beautiful today. I can see Hutton's monument over there. Bit of mist in the valley over there. Just yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So I'm gonna take a seat, have my lunch, and then decide what to do next. Well, I've had my lunch. wasn't quite as quiet as I thought it would be. The postman stopped and had his lunch as well, and he just sat in his van with the engine on, playing his music. So, however, I suppose it's quite a nice job if you get to yeah, sit in your van and have your lunch here with this view to look upon. Not a bad job being a postman in the Dales, I suppose. I think now I'm going to head down to Downholme and yeah, just have a further look at the nice views. I don't think I want to go in that woodlands today. So I've made it down to Downholme. It really is quite snowy over here, and the snow's quite deep in places as well. But yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. Just a wonderful day, really. I think what I'm going to do, because the snow is quite deep in places, and it keeps like going over the top of my boots, and I'm getting cold feet. I think I'm going to head back towards Richmond on the road, using the route I've just followed. So I think what I'm going to do is end my video here, because I'm just going to retrace my steps now. So I will say goodbye and thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time.